Where love and loyalty reigned supreme, there was a noble king who deeply cherished his beloved queen. Their marriage was built on trust, fidelity, cherished, and the unbreakable bond of love. The queen, in turn, adored her king, embracing her role with unwavering devotion. One day, rumors spread through the kingdom, testing the boundaries of faithfulness they had. Whispers of temptation and allure reached the queen's ears, seeking to sway her heart away from the king. Yet, despite the enticing whispers, the queen remained resolute, unwavering in her commitment. The king, aware of these rumors, marveled at his queen's loyalty. He understood that her steadfastness reflected the unbreakable bond they shared. As the sun sets and the synagogue fills with anticipation, we prepare and welcome the tranquility of Shabbat, drawing parallels to the recent festival of Shavuot that we celebrated just this morning. Thank you to those who came today in the morning and those who joined online. Just as the queen's fidelity to their marriage remained unwavering, the Jewish people, God's chosen ones, had demonstrated the unyielding commitment to their divine relationship. The Shabbat candles that we are about to kindle now serve as a symbol of our unwavering fidelity to God. Staying loyal to the words of Torah illuminates the path of devotion and love we share with our Creator. Welcome to the Shabbat service, where unity empowers us to create a world of light, joy, peace, and unity. Welcome, welcome. Welcome back. I invite Lynn Raffaelli to help us with this important task of lighting the Shabbat candles and commencing and giving us open for you the blessing. And meanwhile,
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. As these candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be amongst those who kindle light.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you for all this. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני, ברכו שמו, בסרו מיום ליום ישועתו, שירו לאדוני, ברכו שמו, בסרו מיום ליום ישועתו, שירו לאדוני, שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני, כל הארץ. Let's read responsively on the page 132, the conclusion of this psalm. Let the heavens rejoice and the earth exult. Let the sea and all within it thunder. God will rule the world justly and its peoples in faithfulness. אדוני מלך תגל הארץ, ישמחו איים רבים, ענן וערפל סביביו, צדק ומשפט מכון כחיסו. If we pay attention to what we were reading today at the Shavuot service in the morning, Arafel, Anan, so it all leads us back to the event of revelation at the Mount Sinai. This was something that we could see with our own eyes. The dense cloud and the flames and the smoke. The Mount Sinai was smoking like a kiln. The smoke was like from a kiln. And this was the event of revelation of God, where we were given the Torah. How is it connected to Shabbat? It's upon us to understand. But only one important hint is that to see and to perceive, we are able to do this. Even though that God is everywhere and we don't understand what are the possible manifestations. If we are looking and trying to sense the presence, we are able to do this. And this is the important part of how we understand God at all. May see things that we see, that we don't see in normal life, in an ordinary, routine, mundane life. We just need to pay attention. We continue with Psalm 98. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. We always sing this psalm, and it always says singing for these songs. But the words remain. And this is our duty to let them be the same for the next generations. And that's why we practice every Shabbat. Even though we know by heart, we read from the Siddur. There is some certain sense. Mizmor, shiru l'Adonai shir chadash, ki niflaot asa. הושיע לו ימינו וזרוע קודשו. הודיע אדוני ישועתו. לעיני הגויים גילה צדקתו. זכר חסדו ואמונתו. לבית ישראל ראו כל אפסי ארץ את ישועת אלוהינו. And let's continue. Let's read the benediction together. לפני אדוני קיווה לשפוט הארץ, ישפוט תבל בצדק, ועמים במישרים. Let's read the middle section on the page 135 together in English. Exalt the eternal, our God, and bow down to God's footstool. God is holy. 136, Mizmor LeDavid, Psalm 29. בני אלים הבו לאדוני, לאדוני כבוד ועוז, הבו לאדוני כבוד שמו, השתחוו לאדוני בהדרת קודש. כל אדוני על המים, אל הכבוד יראים. אדוני, אדוני, על מים רבים. כל אדוני בכוח, כל אדוני בהדר. כל אדוני שובר ארזים, וישבר אדוני את ארזי הלבנון. וירקידם כמו עגל לבנון וסיריון, כמו בן ראמים. כל אדוני הוצב להבות אש, כל אדוני יכיל מדבר. יכיל אדוני יחולל לילות, ויחשוף יערות, ובהיכלו כור כבוד. אדוני למבול ישב, וישב אדוני מלך לעולם. אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו, את עמו בשלום. May God grant strength to our people. May God grant our people peace. And especially on this day, we say, Lecha Dodi, welcome, bride, welcome, beloved. We gather here to greet Shabbat in this material way. Like if the guest is behind that door that we all rise and meet and we turn, we don't see, or maybe we do see, this upon us to this side. But we still try to sense Shabbat coming. We're on the page 138, Lecha Dodi, wonderful hymn of a Shabbat day.
Kala
without coming back to your places, let's greet each other few minutes, but not too long. You will hear the music starting and get the closest place to you. Shabbat Shalom. Please stand up for Chatzi Kaddish in order that we could recite then immediately the call for communal worship, Baruch Hu. We are on the page 144.
Israel.
May now all be seated. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim בחוכמה פותח שערים ובתבונה משנה עיתים ומחליף את הזמנים ומסדר הכוכבים במשמרותיהם ברקיע כרצונו בורא יום ולילה גולל אור מפני חושך וחושך מפני אור ומעביר יום ומביא לילה מבדיל בין יום ובין לילה אדוני צבאות שמו אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני המעריב ערבים המעריב ערבים אהבת עולם בית ישראל עמך אהבת עמך אהבת תורה ומצוות חוקים ומשפטים אותנו לימדת על כן אדוני אלוהינו ושוכבנו ופקומנו נשיח בחוקיך ונשמח בדברי תורתך ומצוותיך לעולם ועד כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ומה הם נגד יומם ולילה נגד יומם ולילה באהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים ברוך אתה אדוני In order to honor Shavuot that has just passed, let's read today in English, 154. You shall love your eternal God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children, recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand, and let them be a symbol before your eyes. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור, דבר אל בני ישראל ואמרת עליהם, ועשו לכם ציצית על כנפי בגדיהם לדורותם, ונתנו על ציצית הכנף פתיל תכלת, והיה לכם לציצית, וראיתם אותו, וזכרתם את כל מצוות אדוני, ועשיתם אותם, ולא תטורו אחרי לבבכם ואחרי עיניכם, אשר אתם זונים אחריהם, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. All this we hold to be true and trustworthy for us. Please be seated and let's read responsively from words in a world on the page 157. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, there is one God in heaven and earth. From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Mi chamocha, 158. ונאמר, כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. Let's recite benediction together. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל. אמן. השכיבנו, אדוני אלוהינו, לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים. ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ותקננו בעצה טובה מלפניך, והושיענו למען שמך. Shield and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Defend us against enemies, illness, war, famine, and sorrow. Distance us from wrongdoing. For you, God, watch over us and deliver us. For you, God, are gracious and merciful. ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ולשלום מעתה ועד עולם. ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל Yerushalayim. And the people of Israel shall keep Shabbat, observing Shabbat throughout the ages as a covenant for all time. I thought. It is a sign for all time between me and the people of Israel. For in 6 days God made heaven and earth, and on the 7th day God ceased from work and was refreshed. Another hook back to Shavuot, 7 multiplied by 7, 49. Somehow we pay a lot of attention to the number 7. It's somehow special for us. We don't have any preference, specific preference to special words. We don't believe that number 13 is unlucky. In Judaism, we don't have it. But number 7 is very special word. Very special word, Sheva. And very special. We have 7 blessings at the wedding. Thank you so much. Any language I could know this word. At the wedding, we have 7 days in a week. We have 6 years, and the 7th is Shemitah, when we don't gather anything from the field only, and not sow something new on this year. In 7 cycles of 7 years, we were reading a few weeks ago, we have 49th year, which is again 7th year, plus 50th year would be Yovel, so the conclusion, the additional year. So it's very important, and just pay attention. We are going soon to reach the Tefillah moment. Just thinking about how number 7 reflects in your lives, because it does, and probably in a good way. And since it's Shabbat, think about the 7th that reflected in your life in a good way. And as it's written on page 165, pray as if everything depended on God. Act as if everything depended on you. We stand up for Amidah, Tefillah, 164. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה, רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מזריח השמש ומוריד הטל. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים. הוא מקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישוע, ונאמן אתה לך חיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל. We thought it's a nice idea today to do silent prayer, so we'll meet with you on the page where the conclusion is found. This is the page 178. Shalom Rav. When you are ready, just sit on your place, and we'll continue then when everyone is ready. Shabbat Shalom. Since we are as if in Israel here, so observing only the first and the first day of the holiday and not observing as what we would observe living in the diaspora, so we are like in Israel. So then we already read the chapter Nassau, while many other congregations in the diaspora still read what is being read on the second day Shavuot. So we have a unique opportunity to look at this chapter, not being the last who delves it. So today we delve into the Torah chapter Nassau, Torah portion Nassau, and in Bar-Mitzvah 5:11 to 31, we encounter a very fascinating and thought-provoking ritual, the Sotah ritual. It revolves around a wife suspected of infidelity by her husband. The spell, comprised of words inscribed on a parchment, is dissolved in water which the suspected wife drinks. And if she is guilty of infidelity, the water is said to cause her abdomen to swell and her thigh to sag. However, if she is innocent, she will emerge unharmed. The hidden is thus made manifest, and the truth, whether it be fidelity or betrayal, is revealed. Very strange ritual even for 21st century, a very strange ritual even then, something not, nobody knows this spell now. So let's try to understand why we're still reading this. So in this passage, we witness a profound intersection of law, because it's a law, faith, and human emotions. The Sotah ritual brings the light brings to light the tension between trust and doubt, faithfulness and betrayal, and ultimately the seek of truth in our lives, probably mostly in terms of relations with other people, with the people we love. So this challenges us to contemplate the deeper meanings hidden within symbolic acts. A reasonable question that arises when contemplating this ritual is whether the focus should be placed on the spell or the water. What was acting in such a way? The spell or the liquid used? Let us reflect on the spell first. So it represents the power of words on a very level pshat, on easy, simple level. It's the power of words and their ability to reveal truth, right? Words possess great influence, capable of both healing and harming, comforting and shattering. And in the Sotah ritual, words inscribed on the parchment carry the weight of accusation and judgment. They serve as a reminder that our actions have consequences and that truth will eventually surface, as the hidden cannot remain concealed forever. On the other hand, we have the liquid, the water that suspected wife drinks. What is its symbolics? Water is a symbol of purity, renewal, and life itself. In Israel, it's very hot sometimes, and here in South Africa, sometimes it gets very hot, and we understand very well what is water and how is it important. And this symbolic is from the first people. And the innocent wife, after consuming the water, is unharmed, demonstrating her fidelity. Conversely, if she is guilty, the water exposes her betrayal. Water acts as the divine instrument through which justice is served and hidden secrets are brought into the light. While the spell's purpose is to initiate the process and set in motion the divine intervention, imagine the situation when someone comes with to a friend, to wife, to a friend, to a life partner, with accusation. This is this spell. So spell's purpose initiates the process, and the water carries out the intervention, revealing the truth and resolving the doubts that had plagued the relationship. When contemplating what is more important, liquid or the spell, our sages and philosophers acknowledge that they are inseparable. And as we explore the interpretations, we find that it extends beyond a mere litigious act, mere legal act. It teaches us about the importance of trust and faith in our relationships on a simple level. It reminds us of the need to confront doubts and seek resolutions when faced with suspicion, because there is like the chord. How would you, Doron, help me please? How would you call the chord that you play and it's not the ending, and it seems that you should put the last chords to resolve the whole thing. Interrupted cadence. What he says. Yes, this is, so something started, but it's not resolved. We are not in peace. We're talking on Shabbat about peace. Something is not resolved inside of us. So it reminds us, this ritual, of the need to confront doubts and seek resolution when faced with suspicion. Truth, honesty are important, and especially in relationships with people, with those who we love. But this ritual also calls upon us to reflect on our own actions and the impact they have on those around us. In the attempts to get the truth, it is important to remember that it has the power to wound, the words or the action, anything. But just look, what happens when a wife turns out to be unlawful? We just read from the chapter. But what, and will it be possible to save the relationships after this ritual if the husband's suspicion turned out to be only suspicion? I doubt. So if you do love, would you really let that happen with the person you love? The horrible thing. So ultimately, Sota ritual serves us as a powerful metaphor for our own lives and prompts us to examine the hidden aspects of our own character, to confront the doubts and insecurities that arise within our relationships, and to strive for truth and fidelity within ourselves, more than finding it, drawing it of someone else. And Torah reminds us of the potential harm that can be caused by a rigid reliance on rituals alone. What are these rituals? We all know. Setting the camera secretly somewhere, surveillance, or hiring the private detective. It happens, really, it happens. We hear it only in the world of superstars, models, and yellow pages people. But no, yellow pages means something else, probably. Okay, but you understood me. This is the ritual. This is the ritual, the modern ritual. So we're called to embrace open dialogue and communication as a means of resolving such doubts and seeking understanding. Give love a chance. This one of the lessons of this ritual and this chapter. Shabbat Shalom. Let us remember this. Now, it's so complicated to feel that there is no Hallel, no verses of praise, because we had them yesterday in the evening, the short version, as we always do while evening, festival evenings. And in the morning we had big Hallel, great Hallel, grand Hallel. And now it's not, and we have to someone to give a resolution, resolve the service, and we do it with the help of Aleinu Leshabeach. This is how we do it, and it is found on page. I was shocked. What age was the first temple destructed? 586. Can you imagine? And this is how we rebuild it spiritually. 586. Yes. Nobody told me before. Please rise.
On
Eternal God, we face tomorrow with hope made stronger by the vision of your realm, a world where poverty and war are banished, where injustice and hate are gone. Teach us more and more to share the pain of others, to heed your call for justice, to pursue the blessing of peace. Help us, O God, to gain victory over evil, to bring near the day when all the world shall truly be one. Thank you very much. Shkoyach. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom. Shkoyach. We remain standing to recite, to remember those who are no longer with us, whether of natural causes or something bad happened to them. It's a lesson that we draw from loving those who we love, and missing them is a part of this package, and it's very complicated, but as we are together in the Jewish community, we join together, we recite Kaddish, and it becomes easier. And this is also very important, because they live now only in our memories, in that we share them with each other. This is a very important task, and doing it together, we do a very, very important job and mitzvah.
This week we remember from Bet David, Joan Collins, cousin of Ashley Sweek, Doreen Greenberg, dear friend of Ashley and Desmond Sweek, and remembered by Bet David, Jonathan Cohen, brother of Derek Cohen, Susan Kruger, mother of Jack Kaplan, Willie Smith, father of Karen Loeb, Magda Chruim, mother of Michelle Dagnan, Drini Yoffe, mother of Benji Yoffe, Roger Taylor, father of Michelle Ross and grandfather of Warren Ross, Fritz Stengpule, father of Monica Stransky, Joe Helfer, father of Gail Shubley, Paddy Rubin, mother of Tony Rubin, and Dick Raffaele, father of Peter Raffaele. We also remember Chaim Zwolt, father of Ivan Volt, Ruth Sigler, mother of A.B. Ormsby, Ralph Beryl, husband of Barbara Gresack, Agnes Margaret Teusch, grandmother of Emily Kark, Fanny Broomberg, mother of Rodney Broomberg, Barney Sweek, father of Desmond Sweek, Cleo Saul, remembered by Gail Saul, Junior Judah Tobakhali, brother of Jacob Tobakhali. From Bet Menorah in Pretoria, we remember Ingrid Macaskill, wife of Don Macaskill, and those who passed away recently: Simone Goldfarb, sister of David Wolfe, Lily Mayer, grandmother of Myron Mayer, Brian Solomons, husband of Margie and father of Paul and Richard Solomons, and Morris Epstein, father of Lynn Sherlock and Errol Epstein.
If you have more names, please, you can add them to the list, or just think of the people. You don't have even to call them out.
And we also remember all those who lost their lives in wars, and those who have no one to remember them.
May their memories be for blessing. Zichronam livracha. Page 598. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברך יראותה וימליך מלכותה, בחיי חון וביומי חון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו, אמן. יהיה שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהיה שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן. Please be seated.
Shabbat Shalom, and we thank everybody who joined us for services tonight, both live and on Zoom. The Cheder classes tomorrow will begin at 8:20, and congregants, we request that congregants advise the office of any changes to their personal details, phone numbers, physical address, or anything else, so we'll be able to keep in touch with everyone. And those congregants who'd like to be on our WhatsApp group, so they can more effectively get information from us in a more modern and quicker way, please let us know about this and we'll add you to the group. If anybody would like to sponsor a bracha or any other way to help the synagogue, please do, and let the office know, office standing on my left. And we conclude with the singing of Shalom Aleichem, which is on page 627. I wish you all Shabbat Shalom.
Rules of how to be a good guest. Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Sharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Hamlakim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Sharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Hamlakim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Sharet, Malachei Elyon, Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Moachim Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Moachim Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Moachim Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedkem Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Hamlachim Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Hamlachim Kadosh Baruch Hu. Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Hamlachim Kadosh Baruch Hu.
Shabbat Shalom. Peace to you. Enter in peace, bless in peace, depart in peace. Right? How to be a good guest. And we invite you to Kiddush and Bracha in the hall. And there we will also have chocolates from Ashley and Desmond. So let's join because it's written, depart in peace. So peace waits for us there already. Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom, Shalom.